23 wickets fell on a remarkable opening day of the LV County Championship match at Lords between Middlesex and Kent, where both Tim Murtagh and Azhar Mahmood claimed 6 wickets on a day dominated by the bowlers. After a low-scoring floodlit T20 match the night before between these two, play got underway at midday after Neil Dexter won the toss and asked Kent to bat first. And after Rob Key had struck an early boundary for Kent, their top order was blown away on a greenish pitch at the home of cricket. Key was the first to go, bowled by Collymore through the gate. Collymore then struck again with his next ball, Sam Northeast edging to Sam Robson to go for a golden duck. He was by no means the only one to do so. Kent had slipped to 21 for 6 in that 2020 match the night before, and they were soon in a similar position here. Martin van Jaarsveld, fit again after breaking a finger, was caught at short leg off Stephen Finn, who then had Darren Stevens taken behind with his next delivery. Joe Denley was then bowled off the inside edge by Murtagh, who also had James Goodman legged before in the same over, as the visitors found themselves in all sorts of trouble on 22 for 6. History very much repeating itself. Geraint Jones should have been the 7th man out on the same score, but he was dropped by Dexter at slip off Finn. And he responded by pulling the England paceman for a 6-over square leg. The Kent recovery didn't last too long, however. They lost their 7th wicket with only 47 runs on the board, Jones this time being held by Dawid Malan off Murtagh. Mahmood and Wahab Riaz added a further 16 runs after lunch, but then the latter gave Murtagh a 4th wicket with a nick behind. And it was 63 for 9 when Murtagh also trapped Simon Cook in front for his second 5-wicket haul of an excellent season for him. Kent were in an embarrassing situation, but at least their last pair of Mahmood and Ashley Shaw showed some resilience by plundering 24 runs for the final wicket, the second best partnership of an innings the visitors would rather forget. It was over when Collymore, who'd started the damage, finished it off by having Mahmood caught at 3rd man for a top score of 32. Kent were humbled for 87, Murtagh collecting 5 for 27 to take his tally to 37 victims for this summer. With Chris Rogers fracturing his 5th metacarpal in the field last week, Scott Newman opened up the innings with Sam Robson, and they set off at quite a rate to firmly stamp their side's authority in this match midway through the first afternoon. The 50 came up in the 10th over, and it was all looking very one-sided. Kent desperately needed a wicket, and they got one when Newman on 22 was bowled by Shaw. The visitors would now have hoped for more, but Robson and Dan Housego were able to take their side within 11 runs of Kent's miserable score just before tea. But then Kent showed a huge amount of spirit with a sensational fight back. Housego edged Mahmood to Stevens, and on the stroke of tea, Robson, who battled hard to make 40, edged the same bowler behind. Tea was taken with Middlesex on 81 for 3, trailing by only 6 runs, and they had a lead of 1 run when Malan mistimed his forceful shot and offered Key a simple catch at mid-on. Mahmood then struck for a 4th time in a brilliant spell by getting a delivery to nip back sharply to bowl Dexter. And it was 5 for the bowler in the space of 6 overs as John Simpson pulled him straight to shore at 101 for 6. And the wickets continued to fall on this extraordinary day. Next to go was Jamie Dalrymple, who was yorked by a quick delivery from Riaz. So, as with the Kent innings, it was now left to the Middlesex tail to try to give their score some respectability. It had been a mind-blowing day which had followed the pattern of the previous evening, but at least Middlesex were ahead in this match, one that appears it's going to be a low-scoring contest, given the evidence of this day. Murtagh was next out and was immediately followed by Stephen Crook, who nicked Riaz behind to leave his side on 124 for 9. Again, the last pair batted as well as anyone, and the partnership between Finn and Collymore of 29 was also the second best of their innings. It was ended when Mahmood returned to have Collymore caught off a short ball to finish with the exceptional analysis of 6 for 36, his best return for Kent since he joined them in 2008. Middlesex have been bowled out now for 153 for a first innings lead of 66. But incredibly, the wickets didn't stop there, as play continued well into the evening. Finn had Key caught behind with his first ball, the Kent captain becoming the fourth Kent player to be out for a golden duck during the day. And then Finn removed northeast, who top-edged a pull shot and was caught by Collymore to leave Kent on 10 for 2. With so many wickets tumbling, the umpires will have to give an account of this dramatic day to the ECB, and a pitch liaison officer will be in attendance on the second morning. Not that Van Jaarsveld had too many problems with this delivery from Finn, which he pulled for 6. But he then became the 23rd victim of this bizarre day of cricket when he gave Murtagh his 6th wicket with an edge to Milan. Kent asked Shaw to act as night watchman, and he and Denley did survive to the end, which didn't come until 10 past 8 due to the late start and the amount of drama. So what will the second day bring? Kent will resume on 46 for 3 second time around, and that means that they still trail by 20 runs. If things continue in this vein, there's every chance of a finish to this match inside 2 days.